keep it in mesh and stuff, but man, y'all, let's get one more look at this. We'll be back here tomorrow night for the fire dives, but this is ¿me puedes llevar, tú sabes, dónde está el Walmart?
¿Cuál?
Walmart. Walmart. Sí, por ahí.
¿El
No.
Walmart o el de acá?
De acá. Sí. Casi donde estábamos, pero poco más. Walmart.
Más hacia adentro, pues.
¿Tú sabes dónde me levanto? ¿Dónde estábamos? Hay un Walmart por ahí.
Ajá, pero
Sí.
es más adelante.
Sí. All right, y'all, we should have ate first. The chapel doesn't open till 10 o'clock. So we gotta leave about 9:30 and come back and go back again. Me voy a comer ahí en el BIPs que está por Walmart. ¿Sabes dónde está? BIP está por lado de Walmart y McDonald's por ahí. ¿Sabes dónde está? Voy a comer ahí. Si quieres regresar y me levantas a 9:30, te pago otra vez para que me lleves aquí. Si tienes tiempo. Si no, agarro otro taxi. Pero si tienes tiempo, a las 9:30 me regreso para acá.
Ah, ok.
Okay. Thank you, 2Def. Thank you, 2Def. It took a server restart. I don't know why the server's been acting up lately. Seven C Shot, how you doing? The Real Monster, thank you for the follow. Shadow Mental, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. Morning, Maxine. Maxine. Na 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 na. Thank you to Death. Thank you so much. Check out them views, y'all. Okay, trees. Trees. Nice weather, Couplable. Yes, it's nice weather. Last Health, how you doing? We were going to the chapel, but it don't open till 10 o'clock, so we're gonna go eat and then go back to the chapel. glad you're in service with him, or you couldn't be in him. It says I just went live again. What the hell? Did y'all get an alert that I went live just now? Thanks for the heads up, Stream Elements. Stream Elements is a little bit behind. Hairspray. I think that's natural. All natural. A hard F, yeah. A hard F. So no. What time will you be done today? Around 12. I'll be done around 12 today. Between 11 and 12, somewhere around there. I can push it to 12:30 if I want to, but I like to have myself a little cushion. You know, I don't like to be pushing it too hard unless I have to. 11 a.m. my time to 12 his time. Okay. Miss Murder, come again. Miss Murder, come again. The good thing to get to the chapel was pretty quick, y'all. That was only like a 5-minute ride. It's not good to push it hard out here. Miss Murder, come again. Potty Mouth must be sleeping in this morning. Farmerman, how you doing? South Londoner up in here. Oh God. Oh God. Down south is where I scratch. Aquí está bien. Sí, sí, está bien. Muchas gracias. Y estoy allá por McDonald's, por VIPs. A las 9:30 si quieres venir para atrás. Si no, me agarra otro.
Okay.
Si tienes tiempo. El Tart. The seat is like sucking the floor. Para este miro, gracias. Oh, there's a new bug. Crotch. Oh, you have to pay to park in Walmart. Wow, I didn't know that. Paid parking. Oh, you have to pay to get into this whole shopping center. Not just Walmart. You have to pay to park at McDonald's. All these places. Huh. Y'all notice that McDonald's has no customers? I think they don't go, like Mr. Mayor said yesterday, I don't think they go to chain restaurants around here. I don't think they support them. I think they support local. Because every time we go to a place that's like some type of international chain or something, there's no one at it. You know, if this was Sunday morning in America, McDonald's would be packed with people. I don't think they have one customer. Look at this. Whole parking lot's empty. Not one customer in this McDonald's. Watermelon. Mmm. Look at it. No one. Just deserted. I'm thinking everybody parties late. They stay up and they party late, and they don't wake up this early. Okay, so we gotta time it right so that we eat, and we time it so that we make it to the chapel. Steak and eggs. I can serve you tube steak and eggs. Too deaf. No one wants those little mini sausages for breakfast. Like those little, y'all ever seen them little brown sausage links, the little short ones, little short chubby sausages? Nobody wants that. Too deaf. Nobody wants that. I can't do it from my phone. I was gonna VIP RC Helliman, but I can't do it from my phone. People waking up thinking about that, kind of odd, miserable. Yes. You got jokes? This place open? This is like the Mexico version of Denny's. ¿Cómo estás?
¿Una persona?
Sí. ¿Puedo agarrar mesa grande?
Sí.
¿Como bus? Ok.
¿A nombre de quién asigna la mesa?
Juan. ¿puedo grabar uno en la corner?
¿Hasta atrás?
Sí, sí. Porque mi bocina se hace sonido si no quiero que
Ah,
alguien...
ok. Adelante.
Italian sausage cut. Sí, sí, gracias. Good morning, Boobs Mom. How you doing? T-bone steak for breakfast. I have Italian sausage. Good. Good. Snowed in Pennsylvania last night. Oh, hell no. I'm going to tell you what it's not doing. It's not going to snow here. That's 100% true on the weather. No snur here. No snur. Take a deep breath, y'all. ¿Cómo estás? Man, mira. Look at this, y'all.
Lo voy a dejar de este ladito, ¿eh?
Gracias. Look at all that.
Una copa de yogur con...
¿Qué es eso?
Es yogur natural con granola, con fresa, manzana y durazno.
Mmm.
¿Qué le parece? ¿Le dejamos uno?
Después voy a comer y después voy a agarrar eso porque se mira bien buena.
Sí, claro que sí, es natural.
It's a natural yogurt, y'all. I think we're gonna eat that.
¿Café para el bolo?
Una para comenzar, no pan. Para comenzar una botella de agua y una Pepsi Light o Coca Light, lo que tienes.
Claro que sí. ¿Agua
Ok.
fría o al tiempo?
Sin hielo.
Ok. ¿Sería
Sí.
el tiempo, agua embotellada?
Frío si tienes, pero...
Sí, sí, claro.
Ok, gracias. Man, they come with a whole thing of drinks, y'all. Like, y'all see all those freaking drinks they had? That's a whole lot of stuff going on there. So this is the version of Denny's, I believe, or IHOP, or whatever you want to call it. And so they have just ate yogurt. It's natural yogurt, so I'm gonna get some of that. I probably need some for my digestive system after this week, so. Mandy Milanakis. Okay, so we have to be out of here by 9:30, which is plenty of time. It gives us an hour and 15 minutes. Grim Diablo, how you doing? So, look at that, y'all. Oh, so the menu's online. Okay. Sí, sí.
¿Pepsi Light?
Ah, sí. ¿Tienes popote?
Sí. ¿Más
Gracias.
con hielo quiere?
¿Ah?
¿Más con hielo quiere?
No hielo.
Pote.
Oh man, what is that? Omelet Nochebuena. Relleno de romeritos acompañado de papa, cambre al ajillo verde y pan tostada. Look at this omelet. It's called the Good Night Omelet. Look at that. The Good Night Omelet. Buenos días, M-Touch. Buenos días, ¿cómo estás? Gracias. Where are you on the map so I can look it up? I am in Acapulco, Mexico. Acapulco, Mexico. Canuck Paul, my favorite eating stream. White Castle hits people harder. Yeah, it does. Freaking White Castle. What songs are popular in Christmas? Oh, those songs are popular in Christmas, yes. Canuck Paul, how you doing? This place looks kind of like a Denny's. Yeah, I think it's their play on a Denny's. Denny's, IHOP, you know. Eating again? Yes. I had no choice. I was forced to eat. Our excursion is not open till 10. Well, Too Deaf, you probably have a stomach of steel then. All right, y'all. Let's look at the menu and see what we're gonna get. Let's see what we're gonna eat, y'all. Menu. When you're heading back to the States, later today we'll be heading back to the States. Oh my God, y'all, this food looks so good. Holy moly. They got hot wings, soup, chicken, carnes. Let's look at the carnes and see what kind of carnes they have. Arrachera norteña, carne asada. Cupones. Don't want to see you get stuck. Don't want to see me get stuck? Yeah. Omelet loaded with veggies and meats. What's your favorite part of Mexico so far? I would have to say, so far, Puerto Vallarta, just because it's easy to get around there. They have Uber, which Cancun doesn't have Uber. Cozumel doesn't have Uber. The only place I've found that has Uber is Puerto Vallarta. So that means I don't have to wait for a taxi or walk around looking for one. I just hit the Uber. And it also means I'm not having to pay Uber with pesos. I'm able to just do it on the app. And that keeps track of all my expenses when I do it on the app. Whereas when I'm just jumping in taxis and paying with pesos, it's hard for me to document that for tax purposes, right? So I really like for things to be documented. So it's all digital receipts, you know, from Uber. So it's easy to get a COVID test in Puerto Vallarta and Cancun and all those places. Here, to get the COVID test, you have to go back to the airport to get it. So here it's beautiful, but there are a few little inconveniences that the other places have. Now the trade-off here is a lot cheaper than other places. So, but so far, out of all the places I visited in Mexico, Puerto Vallarta is number one. Now, I like this place better than Cancun. And Cancun seems very like, once you walk down the strip, you've pretty much done Cancun. Can we ego play with balls on your left? What? We're not going into the freaking play area of the kids. Are you crazy? The cliffs are amazing. Yeah, the cliffs are amazing here. Okay, I need to look at the menu, y'all, because they're going to come back and be like, you've been sitting here this whole time and you haven't figured out what you want? So let's look at breakfast. Huevos especiales, omelets, sandwiches. Omelets. Let's look at the omelets. Omelette. Omelette de los campeones. Queso y salsa. Menú. Especiales. Enchiladas. Chilaquiles. Almuerzos. Chilaquiles. We can get the colonial, which is, what is that? Milanesa de pollo con frijoles y guarachitos. Okay. We can get norteños, which is revueltos con machaca salsa. Revueltos con machaca salsa. Jimate asada. Melee Mind. Thank you so much for the raid, Melee Mind. Melee Mind. Hello. I'm Malay. I'm a Thai streamer who does just chatting in IRL. Nice to meet you. Don't forget to follow. They were having dinner for Christmas. Coming up Christmas. Let's see. Hi everyone. I'm Malay. I'm Thai, Bangkok, Thailand. Master degree student in medical microbiology and molecular. I can speak Thai and English. Part-time streamer. If you're lucky, you might catch my stream sometimes. I'm not a party girl. Most of the time, I'm just eating. Hey, we have something in common. Most of the time, I'm just eating. So that's good. Some people call it an eating stream. Wow. We do exactly the same thing. All I do is eat. Welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for dropping your community here. Welcome everybody. Seen a bit. Thank you for the follow. Daddy Lace, how you doing? So yes, all I do is eat, and every now and then, you might be able to see the outside, but most of the time, I just eat. Bright Shot, how you doing? Crisis, a lot of the time. Teresa Boyette, how you doing? Is this stream an eating simulator? Yes. Exus, shout out to Exus, how you doing? Exus is going to be doing a charity stream, y'all, doing some Van Rellik shoes. So that's going to be interesting to see all that. Melee Mine, Malay, is it Malay? Malay, I already follow you. Malay, I'm assuming it's Malay. Okay, back to the menu, everybody, menu in Spanish. Let's see, menu. Enchiladas, man. I bet they got some good enchiladas here. Enchiladas. Maybe I should just get an omelet with Will it be pantless? I don't know if it'll be pantless or not. Don't believe him. He eats all the time and he loves grannies and furries. What the hell, Michelle Griffith? What the hell? Couldn't you just have stopped at the part where he eats all the time? You could have just simply said, don't believe him. He eats all the time. That you could have just, that sentence was perfectly fine for you to stop right there at that point. But no, we got to tell the whole freaking life story novel over here. El Tart up in here. Shout out to El Tart. We got to do a whole freaking novel. Who doesn't love food? True, true. Drew Meister General, thank you for the oh my God. Drew Meister General, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Long hair Duke, how you doing? Let me move my speaker over here. We having a hard time hearing all the volume. There we go. Put that right there. Rellik getting his heat fixed. It's gonna cost $3,000. Oh no. Here we go. Was Granny rested up from the night before? Oh God. You never drink coffee? No, I don't like coffee. I don't know what it is. I just don't like the taste of coffee. I will drink some Starbucks every now and then, like the whole chocolate. Back before I was on keto, I would drink the chocolate, chocolate, something another, blah, 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 chocolate. We need to order. We got to be out of here by 9:30. I prefer his eating streams over his pooping his pants streams any day. Oh, thank you, Canute. Thank you so much. All that he pooped in a helicopter. Okay, just get it all out now before anybody else comes in here that has never been here before. Get it all out of your system. That way, we've already said it. Everybody knows. Brother Rellik, but you was the one who seen the granny doll. We were giving you heck, Granny. Who knows, you and Granny hit it off so good and spoil me. You have an admirer behind you. Not even a latte, it's more or less only milk. What you having for breakfast? My dad says hi. Exes, I'm probably gonna have an omelet. Bright shot. Shit happens. No shit. Got beaten up by an air conditioning unit. Rels Bells, how you doing? Quite the endorsements. We're supposed to be keeping viewers here, not scaring them away. See, Soul Assassin knows what's up. Wooden Granny, order food. I'm gonna order if anybody comes by to take my order. Love you too, Crystal. Omelet is a great choice, yes. I'm assuming the omelet here is probably going to be pretty good. Because this place, I think, specializes in breakfast, right? So, I'm hoping the omelet is good. Miss Murder, unsubbed, unfollowed, scared, never returning. Oh no! Wave at the guy that keeps staring at you. Boss man checking you out, really? Standing behind you looking. Put your hand up. Put my hand up. Put my hand up. Is anybody, can anybody see my hand? Is anybody gonna come? I'm ready to order. Am I supposed to do this? Wave? Dang boy. Oh, okay. ¿Puedo agarrar la omelette? Con tocino y chorizo.
Todo adentro, ¿verdad?
Sí. O, y pones al lado también. Okay, so Dame chorizo y jamón adentro y un orden de tocino por lado, por afuera. Tocino.
¿Quiere tocino?
Adentro quiero tocino, jamón y chorizo y otro orden de tocino afuera también, sí.
Con mucho gusto. ¿De guarnición está bien papa hash o papa cambray? Creo que ayer le di papa hash, si mal no recuerdo.
Sí.
Sí, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Ajá. ¿Con jugo o fruta ya va dentro de él?
No, estoy bien con eso.
Ajá,
Ok, gracias. Chorizo. Le gusta chorizo. Oh God, I knew that was coming. Last night my cousin's friend's house was on fire. Oh no. Omelet loaded with veggies and meat. Smart choice, my fan. Mr. Mayor up in here. Shout out to Mr. Mayor. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. That is one of my favorite quotes. I love those penguins. Is that Madagascar that those penguins are on? Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Waving the arm work? Yeah. Are you sitting by the bathroom? Of course. In case I need to zip in there real quick. Hot tub repair guide. Thank you for the follow. Do you watch the hot tub streams? Seeing if anybody needs their hot tub worked on? Send them a little message. You know what? I can fix that thrust of your pump that you have wrong with your hot tub. Want me to come over there and fix your hot tub real quick for a free sub? I had shakshuka for breakfast. I don't know what shakshuka is. Clobberbin, yes, it worked. It's afternoon here, having some booze already. Good Lord. Good Lord. And you don't even have to get out of the bikini? Oh Lord, sure do. Hot tub repair guy says, I sure do. But are you really a hot tub repair guy? Breakable Scholar, you should have thrown up the H. Do that next time. Getting waiters, waitress attention. Throw up the H. Does that mean something bad over here? Chica. Shashuka is a Magharibi dish of eggs poached with sauce of tomatoes, olive oil, peppers, onion, and cumin, paprika, cayenne pepper. Okay. Maxine, that man got your shorts on. Got my shorts on? Did he go to my hotel room and steal my shorts? How many grannies has Rellik hit on this morning? I have not hit on any grannies. He will check your pipes. Good morning, Funny Man Mark. Daddy Lace, how you doing? That's a whole lot of stuff to shallow a poached egg. Q. K. Cayman. Cumin is Cayman. Cayman. Cayman, dope fishy. K, like K-onda? I wonder if the mic cleaning guy that cleans up the mics after, oh my God. I wonder if he also watches. Q. Q-min. Q-min. Rellik's twin walk by. Coming. Cumin. Cumin coming. Cumin coming. Love you too, Chica. Crystal Skelly, thank you so much. Clarbabin. Coomer. Cayman. Coming. It's coming. It's coming. Pronounce Cumin. Oh Lord. Am I mispronouncing the word again? Cumin? I put cum in my chili? What? Sleazy cumin. M Touch, how you doing? I think I just need to stick to speaking Spanish. It sure is quiet for Sunday morning. No chicken dance, titty sprinkles. Tengas. It's more Q. Cumin is a spice. My dad gave you those big eyes. Someone clip this. Morning, Talon. Morning. I made cumin latte for my cousin this morning. Cumin is a spice. You put what in your chili? Cumin? Are y'all messing with me? Because that doesn't have a Q, a U, or a E. Glass Mafia, how you doing? Buenos días. Que tengas un día maravilloso. Gracias por compartir. Glass Mafia, gracias por estar aquí. Not hidden ambassador this year. Oh, Lord. Did I say something wrong? Clobberman, thank you for the biddies. Glad to see Two Death in here this morning. We tried to fill in for him last night, but we could never replace the legend himself. Road Dog, top of the morning. Cumin. Oh, so with a Q. Breakfast comedy. That's how you pronounce. Back, I had to make me and the husband some hot tea with lemon. Nice. Icky. My family died on the surgery table last night. He had 4 surgeries because of cancer. Can we get some hugs for Jay Blaze, y'all? Some hugs for Jay Blaze. It's No Nut November, so I haven't done much coming recently. Oh my God. It's cumin. Cumin is a food spice. Cumin. Is it really cumin? Let me look this up. Hold on. I think y'all are messing with me. Okay, let me look this up. Pronounce. Okay, how do I voice, text to voice, to voice. We're gonna settle this. Text to voice. Alexa, how do you pronounce C-U-M-I-N? Hey Google, how do you pronounce C-U-M-I-N? You wanted to work yesterday and now you don't say nothing. Hold on. Okay, there we go. YouTube. How to pronounce C-U-M-I-N. How to pronounce.
As well as how to say more hard to guess spices names in English. How do you go about pronouncing this one? Cumin. You do want to stress on the first syllable, on the Q syllable. Cumin. Pretty straightforward once you know. Cumin. And now you know. Here are more videos on how to pronounce the names of more foods and spices whose pronunciations aren't exactly always obvious. I'll see you there to learn more.
Cumin. Cumin. Cumin.
Hello, bonjour everyone. This is Julian, the Frenchman who makes French pronunciation videos. Yes, French pronunciation videos here on YouTube. And we are looking at how to pronounce the name of your favorite French luxury brands. The names of those brands that you should absolutely nail the pronunciation of if you want to sound a little more classy and a little more knowledgeable about the brands that you own. So we are going to be looking at the top 16 most most famous of all French luxury brands, starting with Longchamp. We're going to be looking at how to pronounce them properly with the typical French pronunciation. Longchamp. Note that the T and the P at Longchamp are silent, as is often the case with many words in French. You just have to know which letters are silent, but you will notice that a lot of the last letters in French name are not here. A French brand, it is a German brand, but the name is certainly French, typically French, being named after the highest mountain in Europe, and that is located in France, the Mont Blanc.
Mont Blanc.
Mont Blanc.
Mont Blanc.
Then comes Céline. Céline.
Céline.
Céline.
Céline.
And of course, the all-famous Yves Saint Laurent, named after Yves Saint Laurent
Yves
himself.
Saint Laurent.
Saint Laurent. So
Yves
again,
Saint
the
Laurent.
T's here at the end of Saint and Laurent are silent.
Yves Saint Laurent. There you go. Never say that this is an educational stream. You learn how to say the five expensive brands in French. Long Dong. What the heck? To speak French, you just have to act like you're about to vomit. Longchamp. Longchamp. I feel very, very sophisticated now. Longchamp. Clobberman, Glasshole, how you doing? But he forgot to pronounce French fries. Crixus, how you doing? Longchamp. He said we sound sophisticated if we pronounce it that way. You talking in Chinese now? So find cumin. I just talk in 2 languages. That's all I can do for now. Peak Mossy. That's how you learn it. That's how you learn it. Roast beef sandwich. Longchamp. Did you order yet? Yes. What's up for today? Today we're going to eat. We have to be leaving here by 9:30 to go to the chapel on the mountain. So we're going to go to the top of the mountain. And the good news is I think we have service there. It's just when we got up there, the server died. So, Longchamp and cumin. And then so we're going to go to the top of the mountain. We're going to go check out the chapel. Check out the panoramic views. Got any meat flaps today? Oh, Lord. Cumin goes on baked potato and spaghetti and other foods. Cumin is not a language, it's a spice. Here it's 9:49. Oh, no. What time is it here? 8:46. Okay, so we got 45 minutes to eat. Hopefully the food gets out here, say by 9 o'clock. It gives us 30 minutes to eat. Better just stick to salt and pepper. How long does it take you to get to the mountain? If I can get a taxi, the hardest part now is getting a taxi for some reason. It's about a 5-minute drive to the mountain. So and it opens up at 10. So we got 30 minutes for me to get a taxi and get to the mountain, top of the mountain. So it's about 5 minutes to get there. So I'm giving myself 25 minutes to get a taxi because it's been hard to get taxis the past 2 days. Jam on it, Mac. How you doing? Shout out to Jam on it, Mac, y'all. Out there in California. Hope you're having a good day. Hope your stream went well last night. Up in her. Cumin is in Wendy's chili recipe where I used it. Nice. You and that freaking island, boy. I have my breakfast. I'll wait for you so we can eat together. Nice. Well, you can go ahead and start eating, Chikorita. It just arrived. Wow, okay. Pan no, gracias.
¿Algo más para su pedido?
Voy a agarrar... me dijo que tenías algo de natural. ¿Dónde está?
¿Té? ¿Cómo que le gustaría?
Era como un yogurt natural.
Un yogur.
Yogurt natural.
Yogur
Sí.
natural.
Sí, sí.
Enseguida se lo traigo.
Ok, gracias. Look at that, y'all. This is some thick bacon. Oh, that's good.
Mire, joven.
Gracias.
Le dejo una cucharita. Ahorita
Thank
le
you.
traigo otra servilleta.
Gracias. Look at this. All natural yogurt, y'all, with granola. This is probably what I need for my digestive system. After all the stuff I've been eating this week, this is a great way to top off the digestive system. An all natural yogurt. Big Dipper, thank you for the follow. Gut butter. Probiotics. Thank you, Excess. Thank you so much. I will even give y'all the first bite. Open up, everybody. Here comes the plane. Gibbs, how you doing? Open your mouth, everybody. Some of you, okay. At least 35 of you did not open your mouth, and I just stabbed you in the face. I need all of you to open your freaking mouth. Open your mouth. Open. 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 There we go. Good job. That's a good omelet. I'm not sure what sauce is on here. That's a good omelet. It's a good omelet. Delicious. There we go. Y'all gotta have a bite of it while I'm eating. Over the lips, through the gums, out the belly. Here she comes. OTR Penguin. Quick poking the fork against my nose. OTR Penguin. Can we get a shout out for Mr. Penguin, y'all? Driving that 18-wheeler across America, man. Versus, how you doing? It is good after the rain. This is a very, very good omelet. Wow. This is excellent. Excellent. Am I a weirdo for putting my ass to the screen? What? Too deaf. That is.
Gonna do the two-step.
Vegas is good people. Yes, he is.
Grab a sweetheart and spin a wheel. Do the hold down and yeah.
Rick0981 gifted after 328 a freaking
Rick.
sub. Rick0981 has gifted a lot of freaking subs in this channel. Let's get some hype.
You know, Rick comes through and gives subs almost every stream, y'all. Rick barely will have a stream where he doesn't come through and drop a sub. He just slides in, drops subs, hangs out. So can we get a lot of hype for Rick, everybody? Coming through all the time, showing support. Let's get a whole lot of hype in the chat. Reminds me of that South Park where they put food in their butt. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. freaking to death. Freaking to death. I can't stand the rain against my window. Okay, we got 30 minutes. Good Blanco isn't here. Blanco's all about the peanut butter. Is this a pancake? This is an omelet. And I think that's rice, but I'm not going to eat the rice. Looks like a human Roomba. Oh, Lord. Mr. Green, how you doing? I hope you're having a good morning or evening, or I never know what time zone everybody's in, or what your time of the day is. That is a good omelet. Wow, the spices they have on this are just... OTR Penguin, I fly home later today. So, I will be home tonight. That is not my new favorite song. Hell no. 1600, is that 4 o'clock? Is that 4 o'clock? I think that's 4 o'clock. Late afternoon. I'm an hour ahead of you. Okay. Can you tell me what the lottery numbers are since you're an hour ahead? It's like a hash brown. I heard her say Papa's. Oh, maybe it is hash brown. Let me smell it. I'll smell it and see what it is. Let's see. I think I'm a Houston boy. I think that is a short vacay. Yes, I think that is a hash brown. That is a hash brown. I think that's a hash brown for sure. Okay, time for us to get our intestines good, y'all. We got to get our intestines good. Hash granny. Okay. Let's try this. Wow, this tastes different than the yogurt I've tried. Not really sweet at all. It's like it's just creamy and white, but it doesn't taste sweet. Copperman, thank you for the biddies. I guess because it's natural. So what's natural yogurt? Is it just like a milk? Like a natural. All natural. Yogurt is based out of milk, right? I mean, it's good. The granola is interesting. Donkey milk is not sweet. Oh, this is from donkey milk? Sweet yogurt is loaded with sugar. Okay. So this is like a non-sugar, like a natural non-sugar yogurt. Because I've eaten yogurt before. And it was like really, really sweet. And I was worried that this was going to be like full of sugar. But it's not. Granny milk is sour. Yogurt is a food produced by bacterial fermentation of milk. Greek yogurt? I'm not sure. She said it's natural, so I'm thinking it's like a fresh yogurt, like a You have a yogurt machine? Really? Wow. Does it look like an ice cream machine? See? This is really good. I think this is good for my stomach. You were bond. You were bond with it? What does that mean? You were bond with it. You have a bond with it? See if they have a cow tied up back. What just happened? We just get a raid? Our bowling coming through with the raid, y'all. Candace with drums and stuff. Can we get a shout out for our bowling up in here, y'all? Coming through with the raid. Y'all go show our bowling some love. Let's get some hype up in here, y'all. Bex Marie, thank you for the follow. Our bowling, welcome to the stream. I hope you had a good stream. As you know, we are in Acapulco, Mexico, eating at their version of Denny's. Looks more like a fart machine. I think it looks more phallic than an ice cream. Looks more phallic? Is it Granny's yogurt? It is not Granny's yogurt. Looks more phallic than an ice cream machine. Ass movement very soon. I hope this doesn't make me poop. I was going to guess Denny's. This is their version of Denny's. It's called a VIP. If y'all remember, we ate at one of these in Cancun. The whole time I was passing it in Cancun, I thought it was a strip club. We got to get a shout out emote. I thought we had a shout out emote, don't we? I was DJing on my radio show. I had to come show some love. I'm doing good. Granny milk yogurt, Will Kappa. Natural yogurt would 100% make you poop. Oh my God. Y'all tell me this after I've almost ate all of this. I don't want to be pooping right now. I'm about to go up the side of a mountain. Oh no. This is going to make me poop? Well, that's not good because we're going to be stuck up a mountain. Oh no. And I'm about to be on an airplane. No, that's not the shout out. The shout out's got a megaphone. It's like shout out. Sweetener, how you doing? Bring napkins. Hang ass off the side of the mountain. Hot Piccadilly, how you doing? What goes up must come down. Claim that mountain, mark your turf. All good. 4 meters away. It won't. Get the pins just in case. Had to get some iced tea. Have you asked where yogurt came from? From the waitress? Looks extra happy when you bought it. Oh, Lord. Ice cream, yogurt, milk are no for me. Ass gravy. Oh, God. It's a dairy. You're fine unless you're lactose intolerant. Okay. Okay. Well, I haven't eaten anything with dairy in like a year. So there's that. It is good though. Well, if my stomach starts rumbling, we know what happened, right? I'm shitting the river. I better not be. Y'all sat here and let me eat this whole thing, and then you tell me that it's going to make me poop like that. Ranch is dairy. Oh. Maybe I have eaten dairy then. I do need to pee real quick. So I'm going to go pee. I'll be right back. They have very clean restrooms here. I am so impressed. I am not pooping. I was not pooping. This is probably the cleanest restrooms I've seen our whole trip that we've been here. Very, very clean restrooms. Finger puppets. Oh, look at this water. El Pura. Maza Love, how you doing? Bex Marie, thank you for the follow. Oh, I just dripped on the camera. I just dripped on my... Baby girl, what's your name? Good morning. Good morning. Been trying to make island boy. Man, can you imagine if we would have got one of these things? What is this? Is this coffee? Magnum Maltitas. Maltejadas. Look at these things. Magnum Maltejadas. I don't know what all is in that, but it looks like it's got freaking... Is that an ice cream sandwich in that damn thing? It's looking like it's got an ice cream sandwich, chocolate. There's an ice cream shoved in it. Look at that. You'd be pooping for days. That's true. I would be pooping for days, yes. So we need the cuenta. We need the check, y'all. We need the check. I'm going to take my water with me. Malteadas are milkshakes. Oh, so this milkshake has an entire ice cream bar and an ice cream sandwich shoved inside of it. That is crazy. And the one has a donut on top of it. It's got a freaking donut on the top with the ice cream shoved in the hole. Look at that one. The one on the side has a donut on top of it with an ice cream or a chocolate shoved in the middle of it. That is a whole lot of chocolate. That is a whole lot of chocolate going on there. They look so good, Chicarita corn. Yeah, they look great. Okay. Too much sugar? I would probably pass out if I ate that thing. No lie. I'll take 3. Tristan, you'll take 3. All right, y'all, we need to roll. It's going to take us a while to find. Is this a chain restaurant? This is a Mexico chain restaurant, yes. This is a Mexico chain restaurant, Morpheus. It's called VIPs. They don't have a logo. Yeah, they have a logo right here. So if you're riding around Mexico and you see this logo right here at the corner, that's the name of the restaurant. And so far, I've eaten at 2 of these, one in Cancun and one here, and they've been great both times. So I highly recommend this place. Clean restrooms, good food, good prices. So if you come anywhere in Mexico, check out VIPs. I think they probably have them in every big city. Mask Ranger. Get one to go with your yogurt. Can I sniff your donut hole? Oh my God. You and the freaking Cindy Lou Who. My lactose intolerance. Oh yeah. Oh Lord. If you can't beat them, join them, because I'm an island boy. Oh God. Oh God. VIPs, yes. Army vet, how you doing? in the champagne room. 4.2 stars. Good donut that slides along, and good donut that slides along through it. I like to come in Mexico. Cab time. Going to the chapel. You didn't see those messages. What are y'all talking? Are y'all being perverts again? Freaking perverts up in here. Freaking perverts. Island granny hole. What the? Oh my God. Funny how the news distorts views. You wouldn't think the cartels are shooting in the streets. You would think the cartels are shooting in the streets all over Mexico. Yeah. Yeah. Who's getting married? To death. Okay. This was a big secret. And since you asked, I'm going to just go ahead and say, because, you know, we were trying to keep it a secret until we got to the chapel, so no one would like freak out and be all excited, you know, make a big deal. They don't want to make a big deal out of it. They didn't even want me to talk about it, but since you asked, I'm gonna talk about it. Okay. To Death and Mario Terrace are getting virtually married today at the chapel, and it just really touches my heart to see that they came together on my stream. And Kush, how you doing? And so when we get there today, we're going to have a virtual ceremony for them to express their love to each other. And I'm just glad to be a part of it. You know, it just really touches my soul that they would pick my stream to express this. And, you know, I just, hopefully, you know, they don't end up divorced in like 6 years like everybody else, and then they're fighting over who gets the PC and who gets the gaming chair. But Mr. Mayor can perform the ceremony. I might shed a tear. I might shed a tear. Where's the pants in a relationship? And yep. So, you know, it's just, they have a bond like you just don't know. I mean, is To Death pregnant with puppies and rooks? My divorce took 7 years. No pants involved for this marriage. Yeah. Okay, y'all, we're going to try to get a taxi. Oh, we got 15 minutes to get a taxi. We need to pay and get up out of here. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Avid Lurker has subscribed for 11 freaking months.
Avid Lurker, thank you for the 11 months. Mario has a badass car, so he can pick up all the chicks for them both. I don't think that's what they're looking for. I don't think that's what they're looking for. I think they're both trying to figure out where the Diamante Club is. $5 plastic lawn chair. Hell yeah. All right, take a deep breath, y'all. I'm about to pull it out. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's pulled out. See, that didn't hurt. Y'all get more and more used to it every time. Let's get all our stuff put up. We have got to find a taxi. We got 15 minutes to find a taxi. Boxers on with no pants. I wish I had boxers on with no pants. That would be nice. Let's hope we don't have any technical difficulties this time, y'all. ¿Tienes la cuenta? Gracias.
Cuídense que
¿Cómo estás? Buenos días.
sería 327 pesos. ¿Con propina cerramos tu cuenta?
Sí, sí.
¿Cerrado?
Sí, con porrino.
¿El 10?
Sí, está bien. Good? Oh. Debe marcar aquí, ¿verdad? Okay. Gracias, no necesito. All right. We got here just in time, y'all. They starting to get packed. All right. I told my taxi, I was like, I'll be here at 9:30 if you want to come back and get me, but they never come back and get you. They're like, yeah, I'll come back. But they never come back. Never. So we got to go over here to the freaking corner where everybody likes to honk 100 times. Or maybe I could take the bus to that one corner. It's probably going to be impossible for me to catch a taxi right here because they jump in down there and fill them up. But honk, yeah. What color taxi do we need? No? Man, that taxi looks rough. I wish we could find our taxi cab driver from the other day. He hadn't been back. I don't know if he took the weekend off or what. This van says Psycho Clown. Psycho Clown van. Okay, this is crazy. ¿Vas pa dónde vas?
Voy acá a la vacacional. ¿Dónde va?
Voy para el Chapalla, arriba de la montaña.
Ah, no.
No.
Espera.
Okay, gracias.
Bill Dargush shared. X100. Good morning.
Bill Dargush, good morning. Sounds like my ride. It's made for me, yeah. He was going to a different direction. Snowing in New York, wow. KT Key, how you doing? ¿Me puedes llevar aquí?
A la cruz. Es la que está ahí arriba por las brisas.
Sí.
Es la que tiene las brisas, la cruz.
Sí.
¿Sí?
Sí.
Sí.
¿Cuánto?
Cobramos 150 para allá.
¿Puedes hacer 100? Me fui ahí ahorita y me cobraba 100.
Lo llevo, a ver, vamos.
Ok, gracias.
puro trabajando, pues no hay de otra. Tenemos que trabajar, si no, no comemos.
Sí, sí, la verdad. Sí. Y cuando acabo allí, ¿hay taxis para traer para atrás o no hay taxis ahí?
Ahí hay taxis también.
¿Hay taxis ahí también? Okay.
Ahí arriba. Ajá.
Okay.
Para poder bajar acá abajo.
Okay.
Sí.
How you doing? Little pumpkin bobblehead. Yeah. Mr. Check Your Ankles, how you doing? How do you know which taxis are the real ones and which ones are pirates? I have no idea. Breaking up? Yeah. They don't talk fast, we listen slow? Yeah. Muy bien, Mr. Chick. Muy bien. You talk fast. You talk fast. Too fast for you to read. This one's faster than the one yesterday. My new pair of boots, Timberlands. We are moving, y'all. Shalababid. Making them go fast, yeah. Order your coat, it's out of stock. Oh no. No good. hard bowling. Fart equals turbo in the matrix. Mr. Check Your Ankles, I'm gonna try to be done streaming like about 12. Oh God. Muchas frijoles. Off the grid. Into it. Been off the grid. We're in Acapulco, Mexico right now. Trying to survive the ride. South Londoner, how you doing? We've been in Acapulco, Mexico since Wednesday. And we're just checking it out. It's been good so far. Slam the brakes after the rain. Yeah. Oh, remind me to tell y'all something I found out last night, by the way. I'll tell y'all when we get out so it's a little quieter. Yo creo abren a las 10. Pero me puedo disparar aquí.
Buen día. A la cruz va el señor.
Sí, puedo disparar.
¿Te va a esperar, dice? ¿Te va a esperar? Aquí. ¿Además toma otro?
¿Tienes cambio?
No, no.
¿No tienes cambio?
No tengo.
Ah.
No tengo, sino sí con gusto.
Déjame ver.
Sí.
Oh, ran over my water. Ese es 30, ¿verdad?
Ajá, 30.
¿Ese es 30?
Son 30, ajá. Ahí son 30.
Ok. Y tengo 40 y 30. Es todo lo que tengo.
¿No
Si
tienes
no,
otro cambio?
Tengo 500, si puedes cambiar.
No, pues ni modo.
Ok, gracias.
¿Ya qué? Vale. Suerte.
So, y'all see this security gate we're going through, right? Do y'all see up here on top of this hill? This is a restricted area. And what I found out last night is that through this gate, you go around and you go up on this big hill up here, right? And that's where a lot of foreign people live. And they've got everything up there. If you have access to get up there, they got their own restaurants, their own shopping centers, their own movie theaters. Basically, they don't have to leave from up there for anything. They got their own grocery stores. Everybody up there speaks English. Like it's like being in America, but up there. But you can't get up there unless you have access to get up there. ¿Cuánto cobre para entrar a ver?
Es gratis.
¿Gratis? Okay. Their own rich person bubble, yes. What they got inside King Kong? I don't know, Kenny Ruggs. Those are monkeys up there. Are those monkeys? I think there's a monkeys screaming. Do y'all see them? What the hell is in those trees? Are those monkeys? I think there's monkeys up there. I'm trying to find them. Do y'all see them? Or is that a chicken? What the hell are those? I don't know what that is. Whatever it is, it's very loud. Oh God, they're above me. What is it? Man, imagine trying to sleep with all that going on. The views are crazy over here, y'all. I hear nothing but noises, or maybe it's poison. Life is about making choices, about making choices. But sometimes I'm hearing voices in my head. I think about the words that the voices said. They said, man, are you alive or are you dead? I think back, I'm thinking back, I'm thinking back, I'm thinking back to Bill and Ted. Maybe I'm on an adventure, on an adventure. You see what's happening, we about to reach out like extensions. I don't know what's going on, another invention. You see the situation, you see the situation. I'm all across the nation and they facing. Everybody's walking back, I think they steady racing. Sometimes I get nervous and I just start pacing, thinking about the days that I'm facing. Sometimes in times we should erase it, looking up and spacing. I'm looking for that satellite, I need that Starlink. I make that star blink, we make that star blink. Oh man, I'm never starving. I'm eating all the time on dream. Like that Master Marvin, the Marvin, they call him Marvin. They moving right now, I'm beating on my chest like I was Tarzan. But I'm off in the jungle, I make them rumble. And you know they gonna fumble, you know they gonna fumble. Shout out to Judge Judy, Judge Judy. Judge Judy's in the courthouse shaking her booty. And Fruity Tooty, you're getting those grannies. We on the beach and our toes are sandy. Shout out to Andy Milanakis, Mandy Milanakis. We all coming in flockers. I'm about to break the sprockets off the back of the rail. You see what's going on? We chilling for a spell. We looking for them wells that's reaching out the water, reaching out the water. Shout out to everybody, your moms, your dads, and your daughters. Leaf 977. Bars. We made those animals stop making noise. They were like, what the hell is that down there? Oh, never mind. They're just over there now. Good Lord, those things are loud. I just want to see these views, y'all. They say the views from up here are supposed to be amazing. Roscoe Balls, the Deadpool show. Shout out to Deadpool up in here. Cuando entramos, 10. En unos 20 minutos entramos. $20 minutos entramos. I'd rather be here on time than to be here late. What is that? If those are birds, those are some of the loudest birds I've ever heard in my life. They all sound like they have a sore throat. That's a crazy tree. So, just so y'all know about what we're about to see. So this place we're about to see, a lot of people get married here, but it wasn't made for like marriage. It was made as a homage to peace. The lady that built it as a memorial to her sons, because they both passed away, I think, in a plane accident. And so she built this overlooking Acapulco as a memorial to her two sons that passed away in a plane crash. And she wanted it to be a place where people came together and a symbol of peace. So that's why this thing was made to begin with. I did some research on it. A symbol of peace. Can we get a shout out for Deadpool up in here bringing y'all that crazy funny content? Deadpool stream sniped me in San Antonio. I was sitting on the Riverwalk and everybody's like, Deadpool's behind you. And, you know, I thought they were talking about like some man wearing like somebody wearing like a Deadpool mask, or you know, just some random person messing with me behind the camera, because a lot of times people will do stuff behind my camera, like the kid at the crawfish place that was dancing behind the camera and stuff like that. And when I turned around and saw it was him, I'm like, how in the hell did you get to San Antonio and find me? That was a very memorable experience. You just got my live notification just now. Bill Dargus, thank you for the 100 biddies. Avid Lurker, thank you for the resub. I have my ways. He jumped on his Deadpool private jet. Deadpool, you know, he's like the guy, he's like Iron Man, you know, he's got all these toys that he can jump on and fly around the planet. He may even have like a transporter where he just hits a button and he just pops from one place to the other. So why couldn't we just drive in? A lot of people seem like they're just driving in. No drones allowed up here. Wow, no drones. My unicorn has a private jet. Nice, nice. It's always good to have friends with hookups. I'm doing good, Funny Man Mark. What I hear is a white bellbird. A white bellbird. Okay, let's look that up on YouTube. A white bellbird. Let's see what a white bellbird is. White bellbird. White bellbird. Okay.
Today on Animal Fact Files, we're talking about bellbirds. For clarification, we're specifically discussing the bellbirds found in Central America and Northern South America, who are sometimes also known as neotropical bellbirds. There are, of course, because naming is never easy, other species of birds called bellbirds, such as the species living in New Zealand, out the loudest call on Earth. Bellbirds are generally discreet unless it's breeding season, and even then, it's the males
breeding season.
Talking. Adult females and male bellbirds.
Are we going to hear the sound?
These white sabers surround. This only applies to birds, but even the males are more often heard in their calls to be more like male bellbirds make these booming calls, which can be heard more than half a mile away to attract mates. When a female is interested,
so you're going to talk the whole time, and we're never going to hear what it sounds like.
Tail spreading, jumping between. Yep, these papas are nothing like emu. The nest. They're ready to start their own families. Bellbirds are mostly found in wet forest habitats.
So that whole video was about the sound of a bellbird that we never heard, by the way. The title is I'm the Loudest Bird. Okay. Are you going to do anything? I don't know if that's what we're hearing. Oh God, if it's mating season and they hear this, are they going to come attack me? I don't think that's the same sound. Oh no, they're starting to cluck now. Siren head. Is Acapulco safe these days? I've heard it went very downhill. Deadpool, I recommend Acapulco to anybody. It's been a great experience. It's way cheaper than any other place in Mexico I visited. It has the amazing food. The nightlife is great here. Lots of things to do, different things to see. They've got a whole new area that's built called Diamante. The airport is brand new. All of Diamante is brand new. I have had no problems. I've been walking around late at night, early in the morning, all over the place. We've been walking about 15 miles a day, just walking everywhere, walking through the barrios, walking everywhere. Haven't had any issues whatsoever. No one even has like remotely done anything. So I think all the hype from the 80s, the murder capital and all that stuff, I think that's just hype. They're very happy to see tourists now. If they see anybody that's a tourist, they're just happy to have you here, happy that somebody is giving it a chance. So I highly recommend. You'll come here and spend about a third of the money that you're going to spend anywhere else in Mexico. And that's crazy. Like on your Airbnb or whatever, your hotel room, you're going to spend like 1/3. And it's going to be a nice room. If you get one about $40-50 a night, you're going to get a really, really nice room. You want to hear my mating call? And the planes to come here are relatively cheap as well, the flights, because not a lot of people are flying here. My plane was half empty. So, it's cheaper to fly here. It was cheaper to fly here than fly anywhere else. It was cheaper for me to fly here than to fly to like Vegas or New York or California or Puerto Vallarta or Cancun. This was a much cheaper flight, much cheaper hotel. And I've been here, okay, let me just put it in perspective. I traded $500 for $500 in pesos, which was around 10,000 pesos. I've been here since Wednesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I've been here 5 days. And I have spent about $400 in 5 days. But you also have to think, I've been tipping extremely well. I've been tipping pretty much the equal cost of the meal. So if the meal was like, 300 pesos, I was tipping 300 pesos a lot of times. If it was 400 pesos, I was tipping 400 pesos. So my meals cost basically double because I would double it up with a tip. And then the taxi. I have been taking a ton of taxis back and forth all over the place. And so my taxis, my tips to the taxi drivers, my food and the tips to the people in the restaurant and stuff, and everything that I've done, whether it's paying to do this or that, I've spent about $400. So 2 Airbnbs for Granny, yeah. The first Airbnb I got was they didn't have hot water, and it was like, oh my God. But I was only paying $20-something for that Airbnb. So I went and got a $50 Airbnb, which looks like a freaking mansion to some people, right? It looks way better than where I live. You know what I'm saying? And it's a really nice Airbnb, like an amazing Airbnb for $50. So, Well, I got a backup Airbnb just for pooping, yes. And so I would say give it a chance. You know, it's great weather. I mean, if you like the heat, like it's been in the mid 90s, upper 90s, close to 100 every day. And at night it drops down. It gets pretty cool at night. So at night it's very, very comfortable. Around 5:30 it starts cooling off. And so, you know, it gets really comfortable. They have parasailing here. They have a giant zip line, which is currently not open, but you can go across the largest zip line that goes over the ocean on the planet. They've got the biggest one. There's historical stuff. You can go check the fort. We're going to this historical monument right now. They've got cliff diving, which was the cliff diving that made cliff diving famous. You can eat at a restaurant and watch cliff diving. I'd say don't walk around being a dick, flashing cash and jewelry. Yeah, Canuck Paul. But that's good. That's given anywhere. If I go to Vegas and I walk to the wrong spot near Vegas and I start flashing stuff, I'm going to get mugged. I mean, if you go 2 streets behind Vegas, back where that guy took me in that white van, and I walk around there and I'm trying to flash stuff, I'm going to get mugged. If I go to the wrong neighborhoods in Houston where I live, I'm probably going to get mugged if I'm just, you know, acting stupid, right? Or shot, or one or the other. So I think the rules that you follow everywhere, you just follow those rules here. You just do the same thing everywhere, right? And can we switch the weather? It's about 5 degrees. Oh no. And so I think as long as you just, you know, follow the basic rules of just what you do everywhere, you'll be okay. But Deadpool, it's been a great experience. The first night I got here, I was nervous because I was thinking, my mind was thinking so much about all the stuff that I had read online and YouTube videos and newspaper articles and, you know, TV things and just talking about this and that. So the first day I was very uncomfortable and very, like, stressed out, wondering if I made a big mistake by coming, you know. And then I relocated to the other Airbnb and kind of got settled in. And I was like, man, this place is amazing. So it took me a little bit, and you know, every time you go somewhere new and you're live streaming like this, you got to learn the layout of the land and all that stuff. And it takes me about a day and a half to, like, learn the layout of the land and, like, how to get from place to place, especially in a foreign country. And once I figured out the zones and all this and that, I got really comfortable with where I was going. Potty mouth Donna, oh, you finally wiped those sleepy bugs out of your eyes. Shout out to Marley, shout out to Potty Mouth. Ended up being a great experience, yes. Tackle this castle. So we made the best out of it, and we're ending on a high note, literally at the top of one of the mountains. So I think I would give Acapulco a solid out of 10 stars, of 10, a 1 out of 10. I would give Acapulco a solid 7. And the only reason it gets a 7 is because transportation is a little difficult sometimes. As an American, I have to get a COVID test to get back into the U.S. Getting the COVID test was not as easy as other places. I had to go back to the airport to get it. I couldn't get it. There wasn't, like, if you go to Cancun or Puerto Vallarta or a lot of places, they've got COVID testing, like, all over the place, right? And here it was difficult. I spent an entire morning that I was supposed to be streaming. I spent an entire morning running around trying to get a COVID test. So if they had Uber here, it would give them that would give them another 2 points up. They would be like a 9 out of 10. But there's no Uber or anything. You have to depend on taxis and buses. And the other thing that's a little frustrating, depending on the color of the taxi, see this one's blue, the one that went in before it was green. Only certain colored taxis go to certain places, and they will not take you beyond where they go, right? So that you can't say, get a taxi and say, take me over here. They're like, I'll take you and drop you off there, but then you got to get another taxi from here to there. And then, so sometimes you end up, just to get to one spot, you end up having to take like 3 or 4 taxis to get there. And which is kind of, you know, like you'd rather just go straight there. So you got to get out, and then you got to find another taxi. You got to wait on one. Then you got to get in that one. Then you got to get out. So the transportation options are not the best. And, but I didn't have one bad meal. All the food was amazing. All the food was cheap. Airbnb was amazing. The people, amazing. Such nice people here. Such nice, welcoming people. I didn't get to sample a lot of the street food. So we're going to be coming back here to do the giant zip line. And when we do that, that whole stream is going to be about street food and about zip lines. So we're going to go around and try to find as much street food as we can, sample all the street food, and hit the big zip line when we come back. That's going to be a short visit, though. It's probably only going to be like 2 days. 2 days here. We should be able to do the zip line and then hit up a bunch of street food. Joshua Vale Artist, shout out to Joshua. How you doing? Need e-bikes, yeah. I'm colorblind. No telling where I would end up. Oh, Lord. Army vet, you're colorblind. You'd be getting in all kinds of wrong taxis. But I give it a solid 7 out of 10. And you know what? I give Cancun probably a 7 out of 10 as well. The reason Cancun gets a 7 out of 10 is there, a lot of stuff is overpriced. There's very minimal beach access. They don't have a boardwalk, and they don't have a lot of historical stuff in that area unless you leave the city. You don't want to leave the city. It's too dangerous right now to be driving around the roads outside Cancun. So Cancun probably gets a 7 out of 10. Matamoros, I went there. It probably gets about a... That's hard because when I went there it was during COVID and everything was shut down. Like nothing was open. There was just one restaurant open, but everything else was completely shut down for COVID. So we won't rate them because of COVID. Cozumel, I give Cozumel probably a 7 out of 10. Cozumel is one of those places you can go for a day or so, but after that there's not much to do there. It's an island, right? And it's not a super big island. So once you go to the Mayan temples, the Mayan ruins, and do a couple of little things there, you've done like the tourist type stuff, and there's not a whole lot else to kind of do. They've just got that one main strip right there where the few bars and clubs are. And Playa del Carmen, okay. I went there once on the ferry across, but I didn't get to spend a lot of time like walking around, checking out Playa del Carmen. This trip that we're on right now here was supposed to be Playa del Carmen, but they had a big shootout there on the beach and a bunch of tourists got killed. And an actual blogger, Instagram blogger got killed. She was American, and they shot up a bunch of Americans and stuff that were caught in the crossfire. So I canceled that trip to come here instead because, you know, I don't want to be where they're just shooting people just in the middle, you know, shooting people that get caught in the crossfire. So we are going to do Playa del Carmen, but we're going to let it calm down a little bit first. I might be able to dodge a dodgeball, but I don't know how well I can dodge a bullet. My number 1 rated city in Mexico so far is Puerto Vallarta. Why? Because they've got conveniences. They've got Uber. They've got Uber Eats if you don't want to go out and it's been a long day. They don't even have Uber Eats here or anything. At least in Cancun, they didn't have Uber, but in Cancun, they had Uber Eats. So yeah, even though you can't get an Uber in Cancun, you can still get food like Uber Eats and stuff like that. So Puerto Vallarta has excellent boardwalk, lots to do, lots of stuff happening. A lot of people there are familiar with Twitch and stuff like that. When they see you, they know already kind of what you're doing. It's a lot happening there. A lot of clubs. It's a very lively nightlife. Beautiful, beautiful beach. They also have the humpback whales, which come into the bay there to have their babies. So you get to see whales breaching and stuff like that. But I would give Puerto Vallarta is so far my favorite place in Mexico. Your first trip to PV is next month. Can't wait. Oh yeah, Deadpool. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Now, the only problem with it, it's really crowded. Like, there is a ton of people there. If you want to compare it to how crowded a city is as far as pedestrians and people walking around like on the boulevard and all that, it's crowded like New York pedestrian. It's crowded like Vegas, like just a bunch of people walking. But you know what? They're not all on their phones, right? So they're not all walking around streaming and stuff on their phones. So you still get decent cell service even though there's a bunch of people there. But it's probably crowded. Now, I know Mexico City is way more crowded than that. So one day, one time, at some point, we're going to go to Mexico City as well and do some streaming there because that's supposed to be just crazy insane with people. The stores there are lovely with the ceramics and all that. Yeah, they've got great shops there, great stores. You try Cabo. I have not been to Cabo. Cabo was one of my choices, either Acapulco or Cabo. And I decided to come to Acapulco because not very many people have shown Acapulco. And a lot of people have, shown video of Cabo. But I couldn't find a whole lot of Acapulco. And I couldn't find hardly anything that had been live streamed in Acapulco. Like as far as Twitch live, I couldn't really find anything. So I was like, well, let me go somewhere that people haven't really seen before and try to give it some exposure. And we'll see if it's really bad the way everybody says it is, or if it's not that bad, And so it's 10:01, so we should be able to go now. Weird, how you doing? Try Punta Mita. Punta Mita, where's Punta Mita at? Where's Punta Mita? What part of Mexico? So I think they're open now. ¿Ah?
¿A la capilla, va?
Sí.
Usted tiene que subir en carro, ¿no?
Oh, ¿en carro?
Sí.
Oh, ¿por qué me dejó aquí entonces? ¿No puedo caminar?
No, es que va grabando aparte, ¿verdad? También.
¿Ah?
¿Va grabando usted?
Estoy en vivo. No estoy grabando, estoy en vivo.
En vivo, ok. Es que lo que pasa es como son residencias privadas, tiene que subir en carro, no lo puedo dejar subir caminando.
Ah.
Sí.
¿Cuánto lejos son?
Está lejos, señor, mire, es hasta allá, de hecho, aquel...
Oh, está allá.
Sí, aquel pico que se ve, esa es la cruz. Está allá adentro y está largo. Entonces,
¿Él me puede? Oh, ya se va.
Sí, de hecho andaba un Centra blanco allá abajo, pero no sé si ya se haya ido. Es el que anda aquí lo lleva a las casas o lo puede subir a la capilla.
¿Por qué no me dijo cuando llegó? Porque tenía taxi aquí. Ok. Voy a esperar a ver si pasa un taxi.
Sí. Y ya ahorita eso lo dejamos pasar.
Ok.
Sí, también.
North of Puerto Vallarta. Okay. Okay. So they won't let me in unless I'm in a car because y'all remember the private homes that I told you about? The private houses? That whole area I told you where all the English speaking people are? You're not allowed to walk through that neighborhood. You have to take a car up. Well, they didn't tell me that when I had my taxi here. So I can't walk up there. I have to have a taxi to get up there. Renew Crew, how you doing? Fluxy Avatar, thank you for the follow. So I have to hope that a taxi pulls up. Well, this is awkward. No one's allowed to walk through their community. Wherever these houses are here, you're not allowed to walk through the community. And he told me that right as that taxi was passing by, the taxi that just passed by, I could have got a ride in that taxi. Just said, hey, can you turn around and take me back up there? Why didn't they tell me this when I had a taxi here? Okay, let me go to the bottom of the hill and see if I can flag down a taxi, because that's going to be our only hope. I didn't wait this long. Not to get up here, not to see this place. Okay, so silly American. So we're going to go down here and see if we can flag down a taxi. Is that a taxi? No. And watch this. And I just gave my last bit of change to this other taxi driver. And this taxi's going to be like, oh, it's like 10 pesos to take you up there. I'm going to be like, all I got is 500 peso bills. Wanted extra business, so they probably made it up. MN Oceanic. Back down the hill we go. Alright, let's see if we can get lucky, y'all. Most taxis, the problem also, most taxis that are passing through here already have passengers. So we'll try our best. We'll see what happens. How about that view, y'all? On the side of a mountain. It's a taxi that has nobody. Come on, stop. You have nobody in your car. Ay, ay, ay. There's a clearing in the road. ¿Qué pasó? Quiero irme para arriba, pero me dijo que no puedo caminar para arriba, que necesito un taxi para subir. ¿Dónde está el cruz? ¿Me puedes llevar? ¿Cuánto cobras para subir?
Me voy a cobrar 100 pesos.
100 pesos. ¿Tienes cambio? ¿Por 500? Sí. Ok. Sí, voy para donde está la cruz. Sí. Ahí arriba. Sí.
Ya para bajar, pues puede bajar así.
Me dijo que no puedo subir por caminando, que tengo que tener carro para subir porque hay casas ahí que está... Sí.
La cruz.
La cruz. Dale,
Dale. ¿Ya?
Ya.
Está filmada ya.
Sí, sí. Wow, this is a nice neighborhood. Oh my God, look at these houses. Do y'all see these freaking houses? Look at that. Wow. Huh? You got good ganja? Ahorita no necesito. Okay, okay. Man, I went this whole time and didn't get offered drugs until tonight.
You know, if you get sweaty and want to take your shirt off, that'd be just fine.
Ingresar a la Facultad de Medicina y a diferentes áreas de la salud. Queremos estudiar.
¿Y no te dejan? ¿No te dejan estudiar? ¿Por qué?
Hola, buenas tardes.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien.
Estoy en vivo en Twitch y mucha gente está watchando.
Genial.
Queremos saber lo que está pasando.
Claro que sí, mire. Lo que pasa es que nosotros somos aspirantes de entrar a diferentes carreras de la máxima casa de estudios del estado, que es la UAGRO, la Universidad Autónoma de Guerrero. El problema es, hicimos...
Yep. Come on, get it. Come on, effort. Work for those chicken nuggets. Let's go.
What chicken nugget?
Work for them. Let's go.
Hungry. I hate it here. I don't even get paid for...
Keep working. Keep working. You're doing good. You're doing good. Okay.
Oiga, si él lo voy a dejar aquí, él se puede bajar caminando.
Sí, puede bajarse caminando o puede esperarlo si gusta y ya le cobra el tiempo, ¿no?
No sé.
Ok, lo que puede hacer ahorita pues es dejarlo y ya después ya cuando se vaya a ir, pues caminar a la entrada, ahí en el centro y pues ya.
Ajá.
Agarrar.
¿Puedo subir hasta allá arriba?
Lo que pasa es que no se pueden quedar ahí, pero está unos metros. Si gusta aquí se da la vuelta, aquí lo deja y él camina ahí donde está el señor de la vecina.
Aquí lo dejan.
Ok. Y entra aquí. In 1986, the professional divers have been taking plunge off La Quebrada. Not one has been killed. That surely thinks it a version of Guadalupe. Okay, so it's Guadalupe up there. Before each jump, they pray to the statue of the Virgin. Okay. Can y'all see him climbing, or do I need to zoom in? That's a workout before you even jump. Try flavored seltzer water. I tried seltzer water before and I was not a big fan of it. Or was that alkaline water? Somebody send that clip out. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Entrar por aquí? Are we back, y'all? Are we live? Because I hope y'all can see this freaking view. Because this is breathtaking. Oh my God, look at this. Nothing but jungle. We up in the jungle, y'all. Mama, 2 kids. Wow. So I guess this is like the Beverly Hills of we can hear but can't see. You can hear but can't see? Did the cab stay? No. He told me I need to walk back. So now we're gonna have F's. Look at that, y'all. Look at that cross. There's supposed to be an angle that you can film from where it looks like 2 hands are holding the cross. Man. Oh, there it is. That's the angle, y'all. I'm going to try to hit that angle for you. Church is a money laundering front for the cartel. Let's see if we can get the hands so I don't fall off the side of the mountain. Man, it's a long drop. We'll try to show y'all the angle. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it right with the camera, but it's supposed to look kind of like the hands are reaching up and holding the cross. I don't know if that's, if y'all can see it or not. Let me try to take, oh shit, let me try to take a picture so I can show y'all through the picture. See if I can. See if I can. Yep, look at the photo I just took. Can y'all see it? Tell me that's not a badass photo. Look at that, y'all. That is freaking awesome. Let me get a little video. Vampire's gonna hate that photo, Dope Fishy. So this is a place that is very exclusive, I guess. You can't get into this neighborhood unless you have like passes or whatever. This is, I guess, this is like the Hollywood of Acapulco. I'm so glad we had service. I'm not trying to jinx us, but it would have sucked to go through all this. Not that. Oh my God! Wait till y'all see this view. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Oh my God! This is amazing. You can see the whole bay and the mountains. When we get closer to the building, I'm gonna mute y'all because somebody's getting married.
Peliman Gaming cheered. X100. Hello all.
Peliman Gaming, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. Look at this view, y'all. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna mute y'all because we're about to go by a wedding. So I'm gonna mute y'all. And remember, to death, I hope you brought your ring for Mario Terras. Wow. We're Are we still live, y'all? Are we still live? Can I get some hype in the chat if we're still live? Peliman Gaming, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. Hope you're having a good day. We're still live? Okay. Panoramic photo. Oh, let me do panoramic. You're right. Oh, God. Let me do the panoramic. Okay, this is panoramic. Y'all want to see that photo? Look at this panoramic photo, y'all. Check that out. Man.
Oh, now it's working. You need to be over here, so because it's going to be like this, like that. And I need you to look on your screen to make sure that we can see that everybody can see everything. Hello, Loca Nicole. Hello, Donna. Hello, Tina. Hello, C. Baker. Hello, Mr. Crowley. Southern Sassy. Hello, Cat 6665. Hello, Dark Killer. Are we live or not? Are we live or not? Man, such blue water. I don't know if y'all can see the color here, but such blue water. And there's hardly anybody in the water, like no boats or anything, which is just crazy. Eddie Rux, how you doing? Like, they have very little traffic out here. Now, Puerto Vallarta has a ton of boats and yachts and sailboats and all kind, fishing boats, all kinds of stuff in the water. Here, you don't see much at all out there. Spotty signal, but good? Okay. I'm just happy y'all were able to see this. Like, I was so worried to get up here and you not be able to see anything, you know? Hope I don't get attacked by a monkey. Ooh, this butterfly is badass. Okay, so, come back. Come back. We're going to do a cinematic video of you, butterfly. Where'd you go? Where'd the butterfly go? It's gone. Oh, there it is. Okay, let's get this butterfly. Come back. Where'd it go? Anybody know what kind of butterfly this is? It's orange. Oh, there's fruit on this tree. Is that papaya? Gracias. So they just brought a whole bunch of other stuff. They brought habanero sauce. They brought buffalo salsa picante. They brought Tabasco sauce. They brought something called witch's brew. I do not know if I want the witch's brew. Why don't we want to be right back screen if I've got 1,000? So everybody, we're here today in front of these hands of peace. Las manos de la hermandad. Okay? These are the hands of the brothers that passed away. But today, we're here to bring two people together. We're here to bring two people together in holy matrimony. And we were trying to keep it a secret. But everybody, can I get... Are we effed again? Are we effed? Can I get some hearts and some hugs in the chat for this holy matrimony that we're about to perform? Mr. Mayor is a ordained minister. So Mr. Mayor, we are here today under your guidance to bring together To Death and Mario Terras in holy matrimony. This has been a moment that we've been trying to keep a secret this whole trip, but my whole purpose of coming to to Acapulco was under the request of To Death and Mario to make this a very special occasion for them.
We are bringing them together now in matrimony, unbreakable bond that they will have forever for the rest of their life. So please, everybody, join me in congratulating Too Deaf to Hear and Mario Terras in holy matrimony here under the power of the Rellik Army and Mr. Mayor with the hands of peace and the cross representing their bond that will last forever since this day in Acapulco. Now, for now, it's going to be a long-distance matrimony, but I know in time they will be sharing the same PC chair, the same monitor, and the same hard drive. So, Mario and Too Deaf, I will sing you this song in honor of your...
Rapper Lil Uzi Vert got a $24 million...
Okay, that is not what I was trying to do. Okay, so that is not the song I was looking for. So this is for you. This is for you, Mario and Too Deaf. I'm toasting my water to you. I'm toasting my water to you right now. Come on, everybody. Join me in this moment for Mario and Too Deaf's wedding. Everybody sway back and forth with me. Here we go. Mr. Mayor's gonna marry Too Deaf and Mario, and that's how their story's gonna go. Is it gonna have a happy ending? Well, don't that holes start be smelling? Are they gonna live together? Are they gonna do the long distance? It really doesn't matter because we know that neither one of them are innocent. Too Deaf and Mario, that is how the story goes. You saw it here on this show in Acapulco, Mexico. Too Deaf and Mario, or Mario and Too Deaf. Let go of all your stress. He's gonna take away your breath. There we go. There we go. I may be too stoned for this. There you go. Look at this tree. Is this a bonsai? I wish I was. Man. R.I.P. Mario. Mr. Kick Your Ankles. May they shave together forever. Gabawaki, how you doing?
Puede haber exceso de bebidas también. Puede que tengamos eso. Vamos a ver en muchos lugares.
Where's the loving couple? Mario to hear, Too Deaf Mario to hear, or Too Deaf Terras. Oh, I didn't even think about it. Is it going to be Mario Too Deaf or Too Deaf Terras? So we have to walk back down, y'all, and we're going to lose service. So I'm just letting you know this right now before we start heading down the stairs. I'm going to walk as fast as I can, but we're probably going to be out of service for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes until I get to the bottom, you know? So if I do cut out, I will be back when we get to the bottom of the mountain. So just know that, okay? We're going to go now. Here we go, y'all. We're going to cut out 100%. There's no way we're not going to. I had like 5 kilobytes of service when I got out of the taxi. There's like no service in this upper part. I don't want to disturb the church or wedding or whatever they got going on in there. Someone took your granny? No. No one took my granny. Bottom. I now pronounce you man and man. Too lazy to fuck. What the hell? And that guy told me there were taxis here. He's like, oh, there'll just be taxis waiting for you up there. Hello, Phoenix Commander. How you doing, Phoenix Commander? You know, we made a bunch of turns to get up here. I don't even remember how to freaking get down to the bottom. They're both already on the same page, Beanie. ¿Cómo estás? A lot of police officers going by. Good morning, Robin Crone. At least it's all downhill. That's one good thing, I guess. This area is very well kept. I didn't think I'd be doing much walking today. I got that wrong. Are we still here, or am I cut out already? Watch out for AC units sticking out. Do y'all see how well this place looks? I mean, it is immaculate. These houses are, I don't even want to know what these houses cost. Millions of dollars probably. Millions and millions of dollars. Supposedly they have their own like movie theater up here and shopping center somewhere. Like they don't have to come down for nothing. They get everything delivered up here. And I mean, I guess the only reason they want to go down is like go to the water or something. I don't know, but this is the most exclusive neighborhood in Acapulco, I guess. Tons of security. Like there's security to get in, and then a lot of the houses have security. It's just like, wow, what's really going on? Hate to get hit by a falling boulder. That would suck. I mean, ¿vas para centro?
Están allá donde está el puente, los que son colectivos.
No hay ahí. Hay mucha gente y cuando llega uno se llena de volada.
Solamente que te cobre especial.
Ok, puedes esperar, gracias. No, it's got to be this way, huh? He's pouring beer on it. Oh, it's drinking. Okay. Oh, the horse. Look at that. Oh, okay. He was pouring it on him to cool him off with beer. Okay, there was a fork in the road and I wasn't paying attention. So I was supposed to go to the right or to the left. So I don't know if I'm going down the right road or not. It's going to suck if I've got to climb back up this hill if I go the wrong way. I'm assuming this is the right way. I should have been paying more attention. But honestly, I didn't know there was like separate roads with forks and turns. I figured we would just take one road all the way up. Donkeys. Y'all wanted some donkeys? Here you go. There you go. Y'all wanted some donkeys. Now y'all got some donkeys. Yeah, tonight. Anyway, this guy's name is Sick Ick. S-I-C-K-I-C-K. He streams with a mask on, like a... Oh, look at this one. Phone shaming. Look at that one, y'all. Look at the dress with the horse.
Maybe this.
God damn it! Holy fucking! What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
Dan Werner, how you doing? Rhino, the Clern prisoner, how you doing? Okay. Is there a trash can around here? Let's make our way back to the taxis while we're eating. There's a Pepsi truck. I am Trev. Shout out, I am Trev. How you doing? Nikos, how you doing? They got a full bar on the top of that truck right there, y'all. They got whiskey and all kind of shit on the truck. Y'all see all the alcohol on top of the truck? I think they could fit maybe 2 more people on that truck. I'm just saying. I mean. ¿Vas para centro?
Allá donde está el puente, los que son colectivos.
No hay ahí. Hay mucha gente y cuando llega uno se llena de volada.
Solamente que te cobre especial.
Ok, voy a esperar, gracias. Okay, he doesn't go where I'm going. It's a freaking Pennywise bus. I go that way. Okay. Oh shit, what was that? What was that? Why is it so freaking quiet here? Is this another freaking dead end? This has got to be the right way. This has got to be the right way. I don't remember all these intersections. Oh no, it's another freaking dead end. I'll follow the side. I do not remember all this. Such a quick taxi ride, and I should have been paying attention to what direction we were going. I don't think we're live either, so I'm just talking to myself. What's new? What's new? This way? I think. Is it this way or this way? This goes down. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by its toe. If the tiger let it go, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, we'll go this way. I wish I had chat to help me. Now, y'all, I don't even know if y'all can hear me. I'm probably not even live. Now you know how offended I am amongst y'all in your memory, because I don't think this is the wrong way. This goes back up again. Man, was it this many turns to get up there? Look at this freaking house. Oh my God. Showboat. Oh my God. I thought he was going to hit the rocks, y'all. That was close. Look at that. Look how close he is to the rocks. Oh my God. Look at this. Bam. Instant replay. Okay, we're going back down again. Para salir por aquí. Okay, gracias. Okay, so this is the way out. Okay, found the way out. I just didn't want to walk all the way down this hill and have to turn around and go back up another hill. So this is supposed to be the way out. Oh man. Freaking houses are insane. They're built right out of the mountain. Whew. Okay. Whoa, there's a big ship out there. That is the first. Wonder what that ship is. That an oil? That's the first ship we've seen in this bay the whole time. I'm surprised it's up that freaking close. That is a big ship to be out there. I'm glad they didn't let me walk. There's no telling how long it would have took me to walk up this hill. Whoa, chat's back. That's Franco. How you doing? Baby girl. Okay, y'all just connected back. We must be getting signal now. How long was I on the Be Right Back screen? Was that whole walk on the Be Right Back screen? 77002, how you doing? I apologize, y'all, if y'all have been on a Be Right Back screen for 20 minutes. 100 Demons, shout out to 100 Demons, how you doing? Big ol' degrees. Chikorita corn. Waxy bow. Hopefully the cab will drive down. Phantom Ride, how you doing? Oh, it wasn't that bad? Y'all could hear me talking to myself the whole time? Check this out, y'all. Wow. Off and on. Okay. Okay, so it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I thought y'all were on a Be Right Back screen the whole time because I couldn't connect to anything. My iPhone wouldn't connect, my Android phone wouldn't connect. Nothing would connect, so I just assumed that the whole stream was dead. I had no way to check bitrate or anything. Rick M, yes, security said I can't walk through here, but I didn't have much choice. There was no other way for me to get down unless I jump off the mountain. And my Spider-Man legs I don't think would work very well. Just a few minutes back and forth. I was like, is he talking to us or himself? Yeah, I spent a lot of time talking to myself. Is this the Amazon delivery? That is Amazon. Wow, they get Amazon delivery up in here. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cuántos días, si vives aquí y ordenas de Amazon Prime, en cuántos días dura para llegar?
Depende de dónde se lo manda.
Más o menos.
Entre 5 o 7 días.
5 o 7 días. Okay, gracias. That's good to know. Amazon Prime here takes about 5 to 7 days if you have Amazon Prime. That's not bad. 5 to 7 days for where we are, you know. I mean, we're fortunate where I live. Sometimes I can get Amazon Prime the same day. It's like your delivery will be done at 6 o'clock tonight. Esteban Lavian, Ballers Manson, yes. Brittany Baby Girl, thank you for the follow. Five to 7 days, good, yeah. They don't leave the packages outside. He's beating the hell out of that door. Look at this. This looks like some type of futuristic house. La Vista. ¿Cómo estás? Up the hills, down the hills, up the hills, down the hills. Yeah, if you live in here, you're not hurting for money. You got it going on if you up in this neighborhood. And you ain't climbing over this wall unless you're gonna jump over that barbed wire and climb up a mountain to get here. So whatever you want must be pretty damn valuable. Oh man, oh my legs, oh my legs. FedEx doesn't care, they leave my packages outside. Yeah, I'm gonna stop streaming around 11:30, 12, Robin. ¿No voy a casa de seguro? No, no tengo la feria para comprar aquí. Cuesta mucho. Look at that view, y'all. That's the island where they take you and leave you for the day. See that big island over there? They take you and leave you there for the day. El taxi no quise disparar para mí. Ya se fue. Muchas gracias. Okay. We made it. We made it. Ooh, man. My camera's all twisted. Oh, ya llegamos. Whew. Island boy. Oh, God. Y'all in that freaking song. Now the adventure of getting a taxi. Okay, I got an hour to get back to where I need to get to. Let's see how long this is gonna take. Hopefully I don't gotta jump in 3 different taxis to get there, because that's gonna suck. Get some clappy clappy, y'all. Let's get some clappy clappy up in here. Some freaking clappy clappy. Look at that house over there. Built into the side of the mountain. Look at that big freaking house. Probably looks like it's got 40 bedrooms. Or is that considered to be a villa? I gotta find one that ain't got nobody in it, because anyone that's got anybody in it, they're going that direction. I gotta find one that don't have nobody. All of them have people in them, and I can't see if they got people in them until they get right up on me. So I'm having to flag them down, and then they're having to go again. My live view is begging me for some shade, y'all. My live view is like, please give me some shade. Please give me some shade. Almond Joy. Almond Joy sounds good right about now.
Lily, how you doing? Hitchhike. Fat Chick Wrestling, how you doing? Lady, how you doing? Stick out your thumb. Every taxi's full of people. Full of people, full of people, full of people. Full of people. ¿Puedes ir a Playa Diamante? ¿Cuánto me cobres?
Playa Diamante, pero es larga. ¿Cuál de todas? ¿Revolcadero, Princess o...?
Se llama... ¿dónde voy? Se llama... Déjame ver.
Está Revolcadero, está Princess, está La Rosa, hay varios.
Son 10 minutos. Mira, está aquí. Oh. Ay, ay, ay. Está ahí.
Bonito departamento, lugar en zona diamante. Acá está el aeropuerto, ¿verdad? El avión.
Aquí está.
Está por ahí Biche Dragui, ¿no?
Sí, se llama... el apartamento donde voy se llama... se llama... Manus.
Manus. Es un condominio.
Sí, sí.
Alto.
¿Sabes dónde está Manus?
No, pero ahí lo buscamos.
Sí, yo puedo enseñar dónde está. ¿Cuánto me cobres?
Te cobraría 200.
Ok. In 1986, the professional divers have been taking plunge off La Quebrada. Not one has been killed. That surely thinks it a version of Guadalupe. Okay, so it's a Guadalupe up there. Before each jump, they pray to the statue of the Virgin. Okay. Can y'all see him climbing, or do I need to zoom in? That's a workout before you even jump.
Mama 2 Kids, thank you for that resub. Thank you so much for the resub. Santa Ward, sí, yes. Lilio, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? Rellik? Feels like being picked up in the East Price Hill, taken back to Clermont County. Shout out to R. Bolin up in here.
You know, if you get sweaty and want to take your shirt off, that'd be just fine.
Down South's gifted potty mouth Donna a freaking sub. Down South has gifted a lot of freaking subs in this channel.
Down South.
Let's get some hype.
Down South coming through, gifting potty mouth Donna a sub. Can we get some hype for Down South coming through? Dropping that gifted sub to potty mouth Donna. Thank you for the biddies. Shardy Pants, how you doing? Shardy Pants. It's crazy. They said 15 years ago, all this used to be right here was just a dirt road. Can y'all believe that? Waxy bow. Shout out to 2 Minutes for Roughly. You having a good day? 2 Minutes for Roughly. Man, you're gonna knock us up in here. Mohawk, how you doing today, Mohawk? We aren't moving yet. Oh. I'm slow? Oh, Lord. 2 minutes, having a great time. Having a great time. Can't complain. Ended up being way better than I expected, to be honest. It's okay, baby girl. Put a smile on that face. 2 minutes deserves 2 shout-outs. 2 minutes deserves 2 shout-outs. Bitanta, Acapulco. Bitanta. If y'all enjoying the Acapulco streams, let me see some hype in the comments. Let me see some hype in the chat, y'all. Send some positive vibes this way. Let's get some hype in the chat. The views in the ocean have been beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful here. Paradise. Paradise. There you go. There's all that hype. OG Playa, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. Solid Sounds. Hope you're having an amazing Sunday. Compita, how you doing, Compita? Always crack, how you doing? Mac witnessed a break-in at a supermarket. Are you serious? It was crazy. Oh my God. Oh no. Not that sound. Cuando pasas el Oxxo, está ahí a la izquierda. No, a la derecha. Derecha, sí. He called the cops right away.
The destination is on your right. Boulevard de las Naciones 1721. Arrive.
Sí, está por aquí. Por aquí. No entras, sí. Sí, aquí. Puedes entrar aquí y a la derecha aquí puedes hacer. Aquí. Sí. Es 60, edificio 60.
Área 60, dice.
Sí, 60, número 67. Bam. Instant replay, y'all. Bam. For everybody that didn't catch that. Instant replay. Bam. Man. Instant replay. Bam. Rob's World. Shout out to Rob's World. How you doing? Aquí, derecha y después a la izquierda. Aquí, donde está el carro blanco. Aquí, a la izquierda, sí. Y aquí está bien, aquí está bien. Muchas gracias.
Sí. ¿Qué departamento es, dice?
Esa a la izquierda.
Pero,
la 67.
67.
Sí, sí. Aquí está.
Me dijeron allá en la entrada.
Sí, sí. 77.
77.
Sí.
Okay.
Muchas gracias.
Sí, de nada.
I've gotten a lot of taxis today. How many different vehicles have we ridden in this morning?
I want to do that too.
Oh, my camera kind of look. What the hell? Y'all are freaking loose.
Rob's World 13 gifted its sneaker Olivia freaking sub. Rob's World 13 has gifted a lot of freaking subs in this channel. Let's get some hype.
Rob's World, thank you so much for gifting that sub. It's me, Carly. Yes, this is a nice place. This is what $50 a night gets you in Acapulco. Meanwhile, I'm filming my pocket. For anybody that did not see what you get for $50 a night in Acapulco, I will show you. Make sure I don't try to get into the wrong house like I did last time, because that would be no good. You just got to climb some stairs. Here you go, y'all. This is what $50 a night gets you in Acapulco. Not too shabby for 50 bucks, huh? Let me to Michelle. Ice Cold Empire. There's one person swimming with goggles on. Intuit, how you do it? $250 in December and January? No, Intuit. Actually, they're this cheap here all year long. The prices aren't going up here. You can book the same Airbnb throughout the year for 50 bucks. Doesn't change. So they don't get as many tourists here as other places in Mexico. The people that come here, they said, typically are people that live in Mexico. People from Mexico City, typically. So yeah, you can sleep 7 people in here. They said they used to get tourists here from everywhere back in the 80s. But they said since the 80s, they really don't see a whole lot of people coming here that aren't from Mexico already, like Mexico. I guess it's good in one way. It keeps the price down. But another way, some of the things we take for granted that are easy to get in like Puerto Vallarta and Cancun, you know, places where there's a lot of tourists, are a little bit harder here to get, you know, like a COVID test. Great find for 50, yeah. But I haven't had any problems here. The people here have been really nice. The food has been just amazing. Not one bad meal. Transportation is a little rough. And like I said, trying to get things like COVID tests and stuff are not that easy. But all in all, I think it's pretty good for the value. I mean, something like this in New York or California, if I was trying to rent it for whatever, I don't even want to think what this would cost me to rent in like New York if I was trying to rent an Airbnb with this much space and this many bedrooms and 2 bathrooms and a balcony. For people that live in New York and California, what would this cost if I was to say go to LA and I'm like, you know what, I want to rent an Airbnb that can sleep 7 people with 2 full bathrooms, a dining or LA. You know, 5 figures? Wow. So thousands. 1,500. Mic is scuffed. My mic isn't plugged in. What happened? Is it echoing? Too much. Ian is a D-bag, 1,000. So I have to jump in a taxi around 12 o'clock, y'all. And I wanted to make sure that I know some people aren't on right when I start the streams, so I just wanted to make sure y'all could see this. And y'all seen the other one. I also have another Airbnb here for $28. The first day, the hot water only stayed on for 1 minute, then it turned off, and they said they had it on a 1-minute timer. They don't want you to take too long of hot showers. And then the next day, it had no water at all. So I was streaming all day and was going to duck in there and take a shower, and the water was completely turned off. So the other Airbnb was kind of a rough experience, but $20-something, you know. For $20-something, you don't know what you're going to get when you're just spending 20 bucks, 28 bucks, 25 bucks, or whatever it was. So, you know, sometimes you get lucky when you're spending 20-something bucks. So we'll see. But we about to drop a host, y'all. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me this morning. I'm going to get all my stuff packed up and I'm going to blow up this toilet real quick. I'm going to blow up this toilet real quick. And we're going to hit this plane. Thank y'all for watching me and spending so many hours with me this week and this weekend. I hope y'all enjoyed the content. I'm going to keep trying my best to bring you the best content I possibly can and just have a good time with y'all. So Y'all have an amazing day. I'm going to try to get on this plane after I stink up this Airbnb. I love y'all, and let's go blow up this host that we're about to do. Y'all go crazy in there. Make sure they know Rellik Army is in the building. All right. Love y'all. And Q-Def and Mario, congratulations on your wedding. Congratulations on your wedding. I hope y'all have a great life together. Bye, everybody.